Fun fact is I think it's gone off the internet. I think it's been scrubbed from the internet now. I think someone realized it was a joke. I don't know. I haven't looked it up in a long time. This was like a year ago. I had a VTuber fan wiki, which honored to have a VTuber wiki page about yours truly. Wow, like thank you. But in it, I think it might still be up. I have not looked. But in it there's like trivia about me. And one of it lists my favorite anime because I think like 2 years ago I said there's like a meme going around where it's like list your top 10 anime, and I think I named only stupid shit that either A wasn't anime or B sucked ass. Sorry, any fans of that. And one of the quote unquote anime that I listed as my favorite was Garfield and Friends. And when I looked at my own fan VTuber wiki, it lists my 10 favorite anime of all time, and Garfield and Friends, the TV show, I think from the 90s, is on there. So, God bless. Fellow Garf heads, rejoice. We're going to be getting a new Garfield show soon. Let's go! Makes sense, yeah. Someone did not know that I was telling a little lie, a little joke on twitter.com back then. I think I listed... What did I put on there? There's one anime and it's ass. It's like all like not real anime. Like it's all like Western. I think Kappa Mikey was on there. Hi Hi Puffy Yami Yumi, which is a good cartoon, but not anime. And then Garfield and Friends was definitely on there. I love lying on the internet. It's awesome. It's so cool. Speaking of Garfield, when Jacob was playing Jackbox on his subathon, he got a question saying, if Garfield was a real cat, what year would he have been dead? I guess 1989, but the answer was 1993. For those of us who don't know, Garfield was made in 1978. Okay, well, I didn't know that either, Bird Two Sword, to be fair. I was in that game of Jackbox, by the way. I was there, and I guessed wrong. I think I guessed in the 80s as well. Because I don't remember when Garfield was made. But I believe the argument was made that there's no way Garfield would live to full-term cat maximum years because he's eating fucking lasagna every fucking day. That cat's not making it to 6. We both guessed wrong. Yeah, that cat's not living a 12 to 16 year lifespan. Like, I'm so sorry. He's not making it. Unrealistic. Garfield has definitely got, like, congenital heart failure. I'm sorry, but it's true. John, you can't be feeding your cat spaghetti, pasta, tomato sauce, cheese noodles. You can't be doing that. You can't be... I'm so sorry, but no. Yeah, and then I think the only anime I put on that list that is actually an anime and not a cartoon or a movie, like a live-action movie, was A Hidden Dungeon Only I Can Enter, which is probably one of the most dog shit, piece of shit animes I've ever seen in my life. So, someone looked at that list and was like, a cultured woman, let's put this on the wiki. And I appreciate it, and I'm honored to have anyone care. But it's just really funny those made it on there, okay? I think about it sometimes, and I smile. I think about it to myself, and I smile, and it's awesome. They are right. You also have Tokyo Drift on there. Yeah, I have Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift on there, which I just put on there because it has the word Tokyo in it. I know that shit's not an anime, but it's on my list of favorite animes on the Wikipedia. True. And you know what? I stand by it. I stand by it. And it's a great movie. It is a good movie. And it's in Tokyo, so it's kind of like an anime in many ways when you really think about it. Someone like countered once being like, well, it's like a sports anime. And I'm like, yes, but it's not though. But it's not. It's actually not. The true knowers know that Cory in the House is the best anime of all time. Isn't that Fyrus's favorite anime? Hayden Fire? Stop crying, Ochi. Stop crying. I know you want to leave. Ochi, by the way, guys, sorry to get graphic. Ochi is almost definitely going to be having the most horrific diarrhea within the next 4 hours because, little bro got a stick of butter. He got a half a stick of butter, while I was cooking, and I did not notice until I was done making the pasta. Yeah, so I took some butter out of the fridge and cut off a little bit to put in the sauce that I was making, like some homemade tomato sauce for me and Ross. And I left the butter on the counter, like pretty far up, pretty far back. I found Ochi chewing on the wrapper of it with no butter to be seen later that night. So I guess he jumped up and stole it and we didn't notice. So something horrible is going to happen to him soon, probably. Oh, speaking of animals eating things such as Garfield that they are not supposed to, Ochi has had a bit of a butter treat tonight, unfortunately, for all of us. Holy mackerel, thank you so much for the tier 1 for 29 whole months. That is almost 30. Thank you so, so, so much. Did he at least put a little salt on it? No, it was actually unsalted butter. It was unsalted butter. So, you know. My PFP on most platforms is a Garfield picture. I freaking love Garfield. You should talk to Fairy sometime. So does she. But also based in goated. Listen, I vibe with Garfield the cat. Like, I do feel like we have kind of like a soul connect. Like, I kin Garfield like a little bit. So I guess it's not like fully untrue putting Garfield and friends on that list. You know what I mean? So it's not like a complete lie. Bellfaith with the 7 stream streak. Let's freaking go. Lucky 7 streams of Giwi. Hey, welcome in, Bellfaith. 7 is, you know what? That is pretty lucky. Ochi, no barking. Everyone knows that you're just complaining because your tummy probably hurts because you ate a stick of butter tonight. I did Google it to make sure it's not enough to, like, I don't know, fucking butter poison him. I don't know what could happen to him, but Reddit said that he's probably just gonna have some pretty horrible poops. So someone in the Reddit, I'm like, dog ate a stick of butter, Reddit? And one of the comments was like, yeah, you should probably just put it was someone else's dog. They were like, who also ate a stick of butter, I guess. They're like, yeah, you should probably just put your dog in the yard and keep him there for a while. Nincholos, thank you so much for the corgis. Oh, wow. Thank you. My dog will actually eat anything, like used lady products. I think that's not the most uncommon thing to happen. It has not happened in our household because unfortunately I would have to get rid of Ochi and get a new dog. But I've heard stories of this happening to people. I vibe with the Garfairy Fugi so much. Me too, Leilania. I do too. Kind of related but unrelated. The dogs I pet sit for... Wait, hold on. Have the most rank farts. He's farted so loud you would think he was a middle-aged man. That's crazy. Totally not Gene. Ochi also, I don't know how... I'm sorry. I'm getting so graphic on the stream. Ochi is also similar in that sense where every morning when he wakes up, he does like, you know the cute doggy stretch where they put their arms out in front of them and their butt up in the air and they like lean and they like kind of look at you and they stretch? He does that, but every time he does it, he farts audibly in the morning. Not every time he does the dog stretch. You know, it's like the downward dog, but it's like a dog stretch. He farts like he looks at you, he stretches, puts his ass in the air, goes, and he's done it while I'm streaming too. He's done it, and it's fully audible. Like, it just sounds like a guy. But you know what? We think it's really funny. We think it's very hilarious, unfortunately. We laugh every time. What a freak. Yeah. Yep. My dog used to scare himself awake with farts. That's crazy. Ochi, stop complaining. Ochi, stop complaining. Now everyone knows your secret. Now all of Twitch knows you are here. Don't be barking. You're stuck. He's just mad. He just wants to go free. Too bad. Deal with it. Too bad. He's just bored. I took him out today. I went on a long WALK. I played RFISBEE with him. Can't say those words. Stop crying. Stop it. That same dog I pet sit for has once woken me up by farting in my face and I almost threw up. I would charge double. For pet setting that dog. That sounds horrible. Evangelion is not a beginner anime. What? Why are we talking about Evangelion? Hold on. What's happened? Did someone ask a starter anime to watch? I've just started getting more into anime. Any recommendations for someone just starting to get into anime? Guys, honestly though, no, actually they're right. Start with Evangelion. I feel like I'm sick of all... Sorry, I'm going to use terminology that I think is really cringe. I'm going to do it on purpose. I think it's time we weed out all of these tourists, guys. And we start people on the freak shit. I think it's time we start people on the freak shit. No more of this slice of life bullshit. I don't want to ease people in to my hobby that I don't want to share with the normies, right? Because we're different. We're different from them. They couldn't understand. They couldn't wrap their puny little minds around a concept such as only a dungeon only I could enter, with a concept having to do with needing two women with large breasts to let you touch their boobs, or else you get a really bad headache, but also you get superpowers from it. You know? Like, that's something... You know, it's time for people to wake up and smell the real anime, alright? I think that we do when I was a kid, okay? When I was young, we only had freak anime. We didn't have normie anime without, like, weird shit happening in it, okay? Back in my day, it was different. And I think that you should start with Evangelion. I think you should. I watched Your Name and it was so good. And you know what? We need to get rid of anime like Your Name and a silent voice that is accessible to normal people and emotional, but still very beautiful aesthetically. No, it's too easy. It's not fair. We need to make them watch freak shit. I think we start them with the end of Evangelion the movie with no prior experience, okay? I think... What else? Is Serial Experiments Lane a good first anime? Yes, it is. It is a good first anime. I'll tell you what, Serial Experiments Lane was my third anime ever as a little tiny child, a little tiny baby worm. When I was a tiny worm, here's my anime pipeline. Technically, I did watch Sailor Moon as a kid. I didn't know what anime was back then. Okay, it was my fourth. I went Sailor Moon to Pokemon, and then there were commercials on my Pokemon. Like, on Pokemon, there's commercials for Ranma 1/2. I jumped to Ranma 1/2, which has naked titties in it, by the way. No one told me about that, but I was watching that like that shit was normal when I was, like, very, very young. And then, so that was how I got eased into anime. And then my next anime after Ranma 1/2 and Pokemon was Serial Experiments Lane. And I watched all of that, and I looked at that I'm a child, and I go, she's just literally me. That's literally me. She's me. Those were my first animes. What was everyone's first two animes? Do you remember what your first two animes were? Do you guys remember? I see Gintama, UFO Princess Valkyrie. I've never seen that one. Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Was, yeah, that shit was on TV. Ochi, you're gonna go to the Shadow Realm, speaking of. I'm gonna send your ass to the Shadow Realm if you keep barking like that. Dragon Ball. Oh wait, I did watch Dragon Ball Z, actually, but I might have watched that after Pokemon? Dragon Ball Z was in there somewhere. First was Soul Eater, second was Gurren Lagann. That's a good starter pack. Gurren Lagann is number 2. You got lucky. You got lucky. DBZ, Naruto, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Makes sense, especially when they were, like, on TV and running. Easy access. Bakugan. Okay, nice. Probably Dragon Ball. And Albator. I don't know that one. Technically speaking, my first was Totally Spies. That's not an anime. Or Pokemon. Wait, that's... Totally Spies is definitely not anime, right? It does have a lot of fetishes in it, though. Then I got Crunchyroll, and my friend started me with Madoka. That's good. Although I feel like people who started with Madoka as their first magical girl anime are really being cheated the subversive nature of it. If you did Madoka without watching, like, Princess Tutu or, like, Sailor Moon or like Tokyo Mew Mew or some shit, or Cardcaptor Sakura, if you jump straight to Madoka, I think you miss out on the shock factor in a big way. And it's not as good. I think it's better if you graduate to Madoka from, like, you know, an actual shoujo magical girl anime that's, like, real. Not real. I mean, it is real, but you know what I mean. Like, wholesome. Right? I think. I think Madoka was probably a lot of people's first intro to magical girl anime, and I think that spoils it in a lot of ways. Like, it's still enjoyable, but not, I think you get more out of it the other way. Tsubasa Reservoir Chronicle was second or third. I never watched Tsubasa, but I did read the manga, and I really liked it until I realized it, like, wasn't going anywhere, and then I stopped reading it, and I still don't know how it ended. It feels like that, has Clamp done anything, like, since that shit? I can't remember. I only read that one. I liked reading that manga, though, back in the day. Yeah? You know? I don't really remember. I'm glad you had this conversation, and thank you, chat. I'm taking all of this in. You don't worry about it. Yeah, no, take it all in. Okay, if I'm actually real ass recommending an anime to a hyper normie, not into anime, not into the tropes nowadays, I would recommend you start with Delicious Dungeon. I would say Dungeon Meshi is super accessible. It's not too long. I feel like it appeals to pretty much anyone. It follows sort of a D&D, like Dungeons and Dragons type of like format, like adventurer party that's very accessible. And it's also funny and light, and it starts out light and like quirky, but not off-putting, and gets more and more off-putting. Clamp did some good anime like Magical Knight Rayearth and XXX Holic. Rayearth is old as fuck, bro. Rayearth looks kind of weird nowadays. I feel like the art style is so dated, but also like not a lot of art looks like that anymore. The XXX Holic anime, I think, looked really weird. I really liked XXX Holic, the manga. I liked it a lot until the very end. I really didn't like the ending of it. But I liked that it was like a sort of monster of the week, like horror situation, and I actually liked the super elongated style in the manga, but in the anime it looked really uncanny and bad. The anime looked like shit, but it had good music. It was still fun. But yeah, I think the manga is the only thing that kind of survives. You know what is interesting, guys, that I don't know if I've ever shared this about my model inspiration, but maybe you'll see it. When I was referencing when I was showing like Nano and also Milky Box Boy, like what I was going for with the vibe of my new 3.0, 2.0 live 2D model, like for the facial expression, I showed a few references for what I wanted with like the eye and eyelid style and mouth style and stuff. But one of the references I did share was a picture of, I think her name's Yuko, right? The long black-haired lady from Triple X Holic. She has like a very like languid, sort of like heavy eyelid type of look. I linked that, and I was like, I want the smile on my model to kind of look like her. Yeah, like that's the vibe that I'm going for. Yuko's my favorite character. I know, she's fucking awesome. She's so cool. She's badass. I can show her actually. But I literally, when I was, cause like the thing about like rigging that's so interesting with VTuber models is just cause the art of the mouth and the eyes does look a certain way when it's done in the PSD, but the way that it's rigged to like sit and move, it changes a lot. Like the rigging will change your expression, your basic expression, a lot. So you have to tell your rigger like, this is the type of expression that I want to have most of the time. Otherwise they could always make your mouth look like, or always make your eyes look like really far, like really open or whatever. So yeah, I referenced Yuko for the sort of more languid facial expression, which I think that was a good reference. I think it worked out pretty good. I think they got it pretty close to what I was hoping for my model. But yeah, interesting fact, since we're talking about Triple X Holic. I kind of forgot about that. I also referenced Haru from oh my god, my brain is like not working right now. From Fully Coolly. But I think I look less insane than her, I believe. But she was on the reference sheet for like, this is the vibe, you know? Haru the Hordes reference? No. Hi Giwi, this is my first stream. Your model's adorable. Welcome in, Super Silly Sour. Welcome in. Thank you. Where is Perry the platypus? I'll look around for him. And Doctor. I see the eyes, right, Will? Also, what's up, Will? How you doing? So I'm somebody you would call a loser. I watched like 4 anime. Now, I wouldn't call you that, but I would say you can up your game. You can up your game. You know, I've actually been watching a lot of anime this week. A lot of stuff is out right now, actually, and I've been having a pretty good time. I think I'm late to this train. I think I'm late to the party, but have you guys watched Lazarus yet? No spoilers, because I'm still pretty early in it with Ross. We started watching Lazarus, and it's so good. I sound surprised by this, but it's actually so fucking good. Like, I'm really enjoying it. It's so fun so far. I believe it's by the guy who did Cowboy Bebop, so you know it's good. You can see it in the opening, like, animation, like the opening song and stuff. What are we watching Lazarus on? I don't even know what service it's on. It's not Netflix, I don't think. But yeah, we started watching Lazarus. It's by the Cowboy Bebop guy. So you know, it's on HBO. Oh, figures. And it's also co-produced by Adult Swim, which I find very weird because Adult Swim is known for being pretty cheap. Not having a lot of money to throw into animation, but I don't know what. Maybe they just help produce it or something. But yeah, it's really good. It's really fucking good. And it looks very Bebop. The protagonist is very Spike Spiegel, but like younger. Okay, get out of here, Beppo. Yeah, it's crazy good. I don't know if you guys have seen it yet. What's it about? So basically, and this isn't a spoiler or anything, it's set in the same universe as Cowboy Bebop, of course. All of their shows are. But it's before everything that happens. It's like before the moon explodes and all that shit, right? So it's pre-Cowboy Bebop, same universe. It's on Earth. And there's a drug that's released called Hapna that gets rid of all pain. And it gets rid of all physical and emotional pain. And it's basically like fucking aspirin. Everyone takes it. Everyone in the world is like, fuck yeah, Hapna, we can all take this drug. It eliminates all emotional and physical pain. Life is so much easier. People are addicted to it, but it's a pharmaceutical drug. And then the creator of it goes insane and announces to the world that everyone who's ever Havna, having a good time. Exactly. The person who makes it basically announces to the world after everyone, it's been around for a bunch of years. It's like a part of everyone's like life. It's basically like Advil or whatever. And they're like, hey, anyone who's ever taken this drug will die in 30 days, starting from the first people who ever took it to the last people who took it. However long it took you to try it, you'll die in that order. Everyone in the world. And basically everyone has taken the drug or at least tried it. You know, it's a very, like, common drug. And so they get together, like, a team of people, including a very Spike type of guy who's, like, they have to break out of prison. He's, like, you know, super good at prison breaking and sports and jumping around and fighting people and shit. And they break him out of prison to form a team of people to track down the missing scientist who developed the drug and force him to find a cure so they can save the world from everyone dying from taking this drug. It's really cool. The art's really good. The characters are really good. Okay, Beppo, please stop jumping around. It's super, super good. I haven't gotten to the end, so I can't give it my full rec because, I don't know, maybe the ending sucks. I highly doubt it will. Pretty much every anime by this guy is fucking sick, so I would recommend it for sure. What's it called again? It's called Lazarus. I believe, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this. We have a friend who did some animation work on it as well, who has some shots in it. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say that, but I probably can, but I'm gonna hold off on saying it. But we do have a friend who has worked on it, and they're goated and really good at animating, so. Yeah. Oh, Tenchi and Slayers, those are so classic. When I was at Anime Expo, I saw there was a booth where they were selling like anime cells from old anime where they actually like painted the cells on like, you know, cells. And they had Tenchi cells. They had Tenchi Muyo cells, and they weren't that expensive. I think one was like $70, one was like $120. Like, as someone who really liked Tenchi, I thought about it, but I would probably only splurge if they had a Ryoko cell, because she was my favorite character from Tenchi Muyo. They had Tenchi Muyo stuff. Yes, hi Van Duo Bones. What's up? They had Tenchi Muyo stuff. The other thing that I saw that was there that I like, my jaw dropped, but unfortunately they didn't have the cell that I would have wanted, and I would have dropped like a lot of money on it if they did. They had cells from the movie Metropolis, the anime Metropolis, which is one of my favorite anime movies of all time, and I have a cell from it already. I actually have a really good cell from it. All the backgrounds are digital in that movie, but they had the animation cells were painted, so none of the backgrounds are in them, sadly. But it's really cool. I have one of like the two kids and like a pile of trash from that movie, but I would have loved to get one of the character named Rock. That would have been really cool. But yeah, they had Tenchi Muyo cells. I thought about buying one. Ross checked on a Vegeta cell that they had there. They had like a prize one with like question marks over the price, and I think it was like over $100,000. Like no one could buy that shit. But Ross asked, and they're like, you can't afford it. Oh my god, hi Boone, what's up? Hi Boone, welcome in. Hello, welcome Raiders. My name is Giwi. I am a worm, believe it or not, and I'm just yapping right now. But soon we'll be playing Scary I Spy, I swear. Welcome in, Raiders. Boone, I hope you had a wonderful stream. What's up, dude? How you doing? Worm. That's me. It's true. Guys, it's true. Look at this. It's literally me. Guys, this is me, all right? This is me. Hi, Boone. I hope you had a great stream. Thank you again. What were you playing? What were you doing? 15 more minutes until Giwi starts the game. Hey, now. I don't necessarily take an hour to start. I just do a lot of the time. It just happens that way often. Most of the time even, you know? He played a hacker game. That's scary. Hacking is illegal. I'm calling the cops. But I still appreciate I still appreciate the raid though, Boone. Thank you. Thank you. Giwi, we need at least 15 more minutes. No, you're right. I'm sorry. I can go for another 15 minutes. We're talking about anime, so it's easy. We're talking about anime, so it's actually so easy. Popcorn Scavenger, thank you so much for the 7-stream streak. Impressive. That's a whole week. A week's worth of worms. It's kind of a tongue twister. Kind of. It got really gory at the end. Is that how hacking always is, or just when Boone is doing it? I have to get up in 4 hours. I need to go to bed. Good night. Good night, Pekka. Sleep well. Good night. I hope you have a wonderful eep. It's a Boone thing. Oh, I got you. I understood. Noted and understood. The hour-long, unlabeled, just chatting segment is awesome, actually, I think. Yep, it's gonna be really awesome for Will, my shorts and my VOD editor to figure that one out. Yeah, my bad. I can't help. I love unlabeled yapping. But listen, we are going to be playing. We're going to play Observation Duty 7. That's the final observation duty. And then maybe I'll solo climb or something later. I don't know. I don't want to relax. I don't want to commit to any hard games. I want to look at Scary I Spy and climb a mountain maybe. You know, I'm chilling. Will you be playing solo or with others? I'll start solo, but if people pop into my stream and they're like, can I play? I'll say, yep. Yep. Yeah, what's up, The Void? Yep. What were we talking about? We're talking about anime? Oh yeah, so Lazarus is really good. I think we're on like episode 6 or something. Maybe 5. I've been really enjoying it. I super recommend it. It's cool. I feel like it's kind of criminal how little talked about it is, considering it's in the same universe as Cowboy Bebop, you know? Oh my goodness, Immortal Kai cast, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. Hello. I hope you had a wonderful stream. Cheesy bacon. You know what? You're not wrong. Cheesy bacon. I agree. And I agree. There's nothing wrong with that. In fact, it sounds delicious. Welcome. Hi, guys. What was I saying? Oh yeah, and then Ross and I are also watching Panty and Stocking. The new Panty and Stocking season is out. I think episode 3 came out today. And we watched that. And this new episode has our friend John Choi, formerly known as Spooky, in it, as a character. And the segment he's in, somewhat ironically, is based on the hit anime movie Fast and the Furious. Fast and the Furious, which we were talking about before. Yeah, our friend Spooky is a guy in panty and stocking. And I know that I'm allowed to say that because he shamelessly advertised himself when we were playing. I think we were doing the anime game show on Jacob's stream for their subathon. So go watch it. It's cool. I like Panty and Stockings aesthetic so much. The writing has always been really bad. It's always been really unfunny and like just like the worst eye-rolling shit ever. But I think it's still delightful despite that. I don't know how else to describe it. It's like the lowest brow shit in the world. Supernatural is my favorite anime, heart. Penta, don't play with me. I know that there's a Supernatural anime because I watched it. I've seen I forgot about it for like a year. Like I put it out of my mind and forgot about it. And then I remembered that there is a Supernatural anime. And it sucks balls. It's terrible. The character designs look good though. There is a Supernatural anime. That's real. Why are you barking? What are you barking at? Oh, Beppo let him out of my room. I see. All right, buddy, relax. There's an X-Men anime and it looks goofy as hell. An anime, or do you mean like the new animated series? What is his freaking problem? Bruh, buddy. What? No. He's just going buck wild. Yeah. And then the Supernatural anime is ass. I don't remember anything from it but disappointment. And it's old too, right? It's pretty old, I think. Right? I think? Who in here isn't tired at all? You sound like you're overcompensating. That sounds like something a sleepy person would say. I'll just come out and say it. If you have to talk about how not tired you are, you're definitely a little bit sleepy. I'll say it. Yeah. Called out. Listen, I just woke up. Oh, good morning, Holy Mackerel. Good morning. Hi. Giwi, were you a Supernatural Tumblr girly? No, but I did buy... Okay, I have watched it. I do think it's bad. I think the men are handsome in it. I think they're attractive. And I don't remember how I bought this. I think it was like a long time ago at a convention. I do have a Destiel Yaoi Doujinshi. I actually do I have a physical one, like a real book that I found somewhere at a convention, presumably, and I just bought it based on how it looked. I did. You know, like the angel, and I think it was Dean, the I don't remember the difference. The shorter one. I have a yaoi of them in an anime book, and it's in Japanese, of course. Yep. I own that somewhere. I think I might have given it away, actually. It might be gone. But I did at one point own a physical copy of that for some reason. But, yeah. My hetero friend only likes the show because of Dean. Is it a hetero woman or a hetero man? Because, like, if it's a hetero man, I raise my eyebrow. Dean he's a handsome guy. And he's still handsome. I don't remember the actor's name, but I know he's in The Boys, which I don't really watch, but I think it's funny that he's there. He still looks great. He aged like a fine wine. Jensen Ackles, yes, that guy. I know that he is in The Boys, and will be in the next season of The Boys as well. Aren't they brothers? Based? No, they're not. There's one that's like an angel that like comes to Earth, and he says "I love you" to Dean in the final episode. I have seen the final episode. He says like "I love you" to Dean, the other guy, in the last episode, and like Dean says like nothing to him. Castiel, yeah, yes. You guys know. Gage, I don't think there's anything like that in the anime though, so 2 thumbs way down. 2 thumbs down. I would not watch that anime unless they're all in it. I don't remember. It's been so long. I genuinely don't remember what's in it. He says I love you and then gets sent to super hell. Yeah. He's like, and like at this point, the actors all know that they're like getting Fujo shipped together and shit. Like I don't know what they were thinking, but yeah, he goes I love you and then the angel gets sent to super hell and dies or whatever. Crazy shit. Yeah, I'm playing chess. I'm getting my ass kicked. Get good, bro. I don't know what to tell you. Get to be better. Learn from a grandmaster or something, dweeb. Gay angel sent to super hell instantly. That's what happens. I'm sorry. That's what happens, I guess. He dies. Yaoi is dudes kissing. Correct. You're right about that. Buddy knows he gets sent to Valhalla. I don't even super remember the end of Supernatural because I so did not care about it, but I watched it with friends and we laughed at it and it was really funny and bad. Like most things Supernatural. Like most things Supernatural was not good. But I did own a Yaoi Doujinshi of it, so God bless. God bless. I think that was good. If I couldn't even read it. It was in Japanese. Whatever. Chess is easy. It's not if you get spammed with the bishop. I don't even know what that means. I'm a beginner level chess player, okay? Like I'm not sure. I'm not sure. How big is your Yaoi collection? I don't have one anymore. I don't have one. I don't have a Yaoi collection anymore. Everything's online, so I could just Google it. That's not true. I have a folder on my computer and it's okay. It's good sized. I'm a Yuri fan personally. I like Yuri, but I don't collect it with the same fervor, I think. I don't have a folder. I don't have a folder for it. For any ships specifically. You know? Have we made it to an hour? Oh my god, we have 4 minutes left. We have 4 minutes left to fill before it's time to actually play the actual game. I think we should do it. I think we should... What if we played the game 4 minutes early? What if we did that? How's the Yaoi Discord going? I'll be honest, I haven't posted anything there. Let me check on it for you guys. For those who don't know, Fairy added me to a Yaoi Discord a couple streams ago. Let me look at it. Let's see. Let's see how it's doing. No one's posted anything in general since I joined, sadly. But do you guys want to know... Do you guys want to know the Yaoi categories in it? Do you guys want to know, like, what... We have, like, different folders, you know? You guys want to know what they are? We've got... I didn't make this Discord. I'm simply a guest. We have Alien Stage. We've got One Piece. I think that one's for me. We got Superbat. We have Final Fantasy. And then we have Miscellaneous. And then there's a Yuri section. There's a Yuri section. And the Yuri section has Alien Stage, Final Fantasy, and Misk. So, if you guys were curious. There is a Yuri section, yes. If you want me to go look inside and tell you what's in there without showing anything, I will let you know. This is mostly Alien Stage. I recognize the characters from Alien Stage. You can probably guess which ones if you've seen Alien Stage. And then I'll look in Final Fantasy. There's nothing in Final Fantasy. It's empty. It's empty. No furry section? No, Wolfric. I'm sorry. We don't have a furry section. Let me look in Alien Stage and see. You know what? It's mostly just kissing. It's mostly kissing and like cute art. Wow, there's a lot. I didn't realize how much there was for Alien Stage. Wow. Wow, there's a lot in here. Holy shit. Mostly just cute. Not a lot of explicit content. I'm scrolling. You can probably hear me scrolling. Let me look in One Piece is empty. They just made that for me when I joined. I haven't posted anything. We've got Superbat. I'm looking at what's in there. Not a lot, but a good amount. I think people are really hoping that the newly casted Superman will get paired up with like a really hot, brooding like Batman, you know? And I don't even care about superheroes, but I'm kind of hoping for the same. I'm actually hoping for something similar to happen. The art is really cute, but with no established in-universe Batman, I'm like, what does it even mean? You know, because it's all the new Superman. It's new. It's the new Superman design. Like, I can just tell from looking. There's one that's spoilered. I can only assume is explicit, but I'm afraid to click on it while I'm streaming. Superman was peak. I like the new Superman. God forbid, Yaoi for Warhammer, I'd probably die. In a good way or a bad way, Shellshock? Like, you'd be afraid that someone would do it, or like you're hoping that they will? I'm trying to pick up on the hints. You know? Yes. Okay. Does not help me. I actually liked the metal lady. We hit an hour. Congratulations, guys. We hit an hour. We did it. We did an hour of yap in the observation duty category. The real observation duty heads who like camp the category so they get to like play and join in. All 100 of them for sure that are real. They're gonna be so excited to actually start playing it. Game time! First time chat. Oh my god, is it you? Are you that guy? Be honest. Holy shit. Restart? Are you just an observation duty stan and you came in here and you've just been like white knuckling it through the yap sesh so that we can get to the game? Be honest. Is that what you're here for? Is that all you care about? Is I Spy for adults? Look up Hot Yaoi Warhammer Trust. Some part of you will be conflicted. I will. You know what? I will look it up. I'll look it up on my other browser that can't show on stream because I'm actually really scared of getting banned. Okay? You said you want me to look up Hot Yaoi. Hold on. Hot Yaoi Warhammer images. You know what? Okay. I don't know who these guys are, though. I don't know who 90% of these guys are. That's definitely not Warhammer. Hold on. I'm looking. That's not Warhammer. That's maybe Warhammer. I can't tell. There's like a bunch of spacesuit marine looking stuff, and I'm sure that's Warhammer Yaoi. But I don't know about the rest of it. Digital footprint. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. Say anomaly 5 times fast. That is far too difficult. I'm not going to be doing that. I sometimes take jokes in chat too far. No, I don't think so. Taco P is incredible so far. I haven't watched Taco P, but I did read some of the manga, and it's yeah, it's alright. It's a lot. It's a little silly. It's so traumatizing that I do find it like a little bit silly, if that makes sense. Like when we got to the big, I can't even say. When it gets so far, you're like, okay. You're like, all right, sure, I guess. I heard Taco P at first and I was concerned. You should still be concerned. You can still be concerned. Don't say anything, please. I'm not gonna spoil anything, don't worry. I will not spoil it. I almost cried for real. To me, the art looks really good. The art looks really, really good. The animation looks beautiful. I find it gratuitous in a way that I find a little too melodramatic for me, but I do appreciate it. It's a little much for me. But no hate at all. I'm not. Horror is so good. I love triggering my paranoia. Well, we haven't gotten to the horror yet. Yeah, I'm not gonna spoil anything. Don't worry. Okay. Well, I've looked up Warhammer Yaoi. There's nothing here that really does it for me, but maybe it's because safe search is on. Closing that tab for so I don't get in trouble later. Ross doesn't come in and be like, what's this all about? Paranoia. What about Paranoia Agent? Ooh, I love Paranoia Agent. Paranoia Agent is really good. You should watch it.